I haven't really done a dedicated video on Pigments to date on this channel. It is, in fact, one of my favorite soft synths to ever exist. And with it officially being 6.0 as of last month, I figure, why not? Now's the time. Let's make a patch with it. I'm going to start out with a brand new preset, and we're going to go from there. Explore some of the new features. So first things first, there's a new modal mode. Very crispy sounding. Here's the brilliance. Ooh, yeah. Little warp situation here. With the attack. Oh, it's like bowing it. And it's interesting. Let's keep that down a little bit. I'll stick with this first random. It's going to be a smoothed out kind of modulator. We're going to kind of simulate a sample and a hold that's going to create some just fluctuation, maybe some lo-fi-ness. Let's FreeSync it and turn this rate up to maybe like 8-ish or something like that. Also, I'm going to let it free run. I don't want the keyboard to re-trigger it at all. So we go over to random 1 and we're going to assign this. Let's assign it to the fine pitch. It's like, yeah, up 7.07. Let's do even more just so we can hear it. So we don't want too much pitch bending. So let's, yeah, like 0.06 to kind of work with things. But we can also use this for some other stuff because just little fluctuations seems to make a big difference with this, this mode right here. So maybe brilliance. So let's grab the top of that, bring it up a fair bit. How about the warp? Ooh, yeah. Let's actually bring this warp all the way down. Maybe not too low, like around there, and then also give it the randomization. You definitely hear the warp moving around a little bit. Let's go to the envelope real quick and extend this release. Just so we can hear the note expand a bit more. Let's see what friction does over here. Huh. Wow, that's cool. So this would be another one to modulate. Sounds so cool. All right, we need some modulation with this. Let's go to the first LFO. This LFO we're going to make sample and hold. We're also going to smooth it out. We are going to make a re-trigger. And let's assign this to the density. Sounds so cool already. Ooh, nylon. How about this morph? Go back to pure. Let's do the same thing with the first LFO. I'm having a good time messing with this so far. So this modal engine, very fascinating to have something that models, strings and all that inside of Pigments. I think I want the velocity to also affect this, the density. Maybe the stronger the velocity, the more this density hits. And same thing with this morph. Maybe this morph is lower, the stronger it hits. Yeah, that sounds really cool already. So we have this filter on here, a classic low-pass filter, LP12. There's a new one called Lo-Fi. I don't know if it's going to work for this patch, but let's try it just to see. Because what it does is it fizzles out the top end, whatever's below the frequency, or above the frequency. Really cool effect, but a bit heavy-handed for certain things. And that does sound cool. Put the jitter. Ooh. So I think what I'm gonna do is use the mod wheel to drop that frequency as it goes up. So I'm gonna click on assign over the mod wheel right here. And then I'm gonna grab the frequency bar right here and just drag that down to maybe halfway. Needs to go further. Yeah, about right there. It's a little heavy-handed there. Next, though, I think what we're going to do is shave off some top end because it's too much, obviously, when it's happening. But if we had maybe like this Matrix 12. With a bit of resonance. Also the keyboard. Yeah, that could soften it just enough so it's not like, ooh. So, same thing. We're going to assign the modulation wheel to drop this also. It's like two different worlds right there. Wow. Let's keep moving. Let's go to the effects now. Let's see. We could throw a bit crusher as well, which could be interesting to kind of lo-fi things up. Maybe for this example, we'll just stick to something basic here. We'll do like a tape echo. Damn, that's really cool. Let's throw something else on there as well. Maybe a shimmer. Shimmer might be too much for this, but... It does sound really cool. I really should have put this tape echo shimmer on the send instead of the insert, but in fact, maybe I should change it real quick. Yeah, we're gonna change this real fast. Go like that. Then the shimmer on the reverb. And then this regular delay we will just get rid of. I forget how simple Pigments can be at times, where it's just like, oh, if you want to move that, just drag it. It's smart, right? So, bring up the send. Let's go dry wet maxed out on here. Ooh, that sounds awesome. Now, with these effects, we should modulate them as well. Like maybe this mod wheel should come up with the effects. So I'll just do this initially. Sounds great. Digging it. Let's actually go back to this bit crusher on the first insert and just see what we can do with this. So maybe bit depth down to 8. A little jitter in there. So same thing, I think we should modulate the dry wet in here to kind of bring it in at times. And I think we'll start once again with the mod wheel. Mod wheel will really crank it up, but I'll maybe throw some other modulation in there. It's like there's texture in there now. Cool. I think I'll turn the dry wet of the bit crusher down. Just initially. Yeah, this actually, I mean, I feel like this patch would be good for me. I'd probably try to reduce some of that high end. Maybe even this filter would go down. Let's drop this filter as the mod wheel goes up. So the mod wheel is fully up right now. I want to drop the filter volume. That's what I want to do. Maybe that's too much. Because it feels like it pierces a bit much. Yeah. A little more natural that way. Cool engine that they added to Pigments. Awesome. Maybe for the macros, we could adjust this attack and the density and stuff like that. So maybe we'll go like, say, modal attack. So macro 1. And we'll just crank it up. Maybe even more, like all the way. Yeah. So you can have an option with that, and then I think this density. So macro 2, crank it up. So you have like the attack and density. That's pretty cool. Macro 3, maybe the jitter of the lo-fi. There we go. Macro 3 is affecting the jitter now. Which is definitely changing the characteristics. Last macro. Maybe something affects. Oh, you know what? We could affect the bit depth and the downsample to make it a little even more abrasive. So maybe bit depth will go even further down. Downsample will go further down. And then also maybe dry wet depth. Oh, I went the wrong way. Whoops. There we go. I guess we'll call this Bit Crush because it's pretty straightforward. Let's name the preset. Modal Dust. Author Tefty. This is a key. Let's see. We'll call it lo-fi keys for now. Soul R&B, lo-fi, game audio, definitely. It's kind of experimental, a little bit. Oh, cinematic, ambient, maybe a little bit of classical. I think it's kind of on the warm side. Also atmospheric, airy, yeah. Let's see, acoustic, digital delay. It's a little glitchy. We'll go granular, hybrid, layered. Okay, that's good for now. We'll hit save on that. Let's actually drop this bit crush down. Let's save it like that. Save preset. Yeah. So that's preset number 1. Maybe we should make another one real quick since this is really fun. New preset. Back to the basics. I think same thing. Let's stick with this modal. We could double up with another engine as well, but for now. Dropping that warp all the way down. So this is high density on the friction and the volume, and then the warp is dropped down a lot with the decay and brilliance ramped up. Whoa, like a bass sound. Actually pretty cool. Maybe detune it. Ooh. It's got this like hollow wideness to it. It's actually pretty cool. Wow, there's a world in there. Ooh, brass shaper. Huh. Let's just throw an LFO on Morph real quick. Let's use LFO 1. Get this to move around. I can't help but make that warp move a little bit. It's so cool. Go like so. Let's change this though. Yeah, a little bit slower progression. All right, same thing. I want a little bit randomness in the pitch. So we're going to go to the randomizer again. We're going to make a free run. We're going to smooth it out, and we're going to drop the distance so it's like nothing crazy. We will get rid of the sync, and we'll turn up the hertz. So we'll go random 1. Make that pitch wobble. We need to change up the envelope here. I was thinking of bass initially, but I don't know. This might be more interesting as a pad. I think this LFO1 needs to not retrig. I think it needs a free run. Let's have a look at these filters here. Maybe the Jupiter filter. Do a little resonance on there. These modal algorithms just create so much like interesting texture in the high end, in the high frequencies. So the little perk, little makes really interesting pad sounds. I feel like this patch just made itself really fast. Let's do a little bit more though. Maybe a comb filter if it's not too heavy-handed. Low pass comb filter. That's a bit much. Here we go. This is what I want. So, we need this subtly in here. I think maybe this randomization could work pretty well, like just the frequency of it. That's some delicious lo-fi-ness right there. That is very nice. I like that a lot. So what we could do also is maybe even adjust this gain for the comb filter, or maybe that's a macro, or like the mod wheel or something like that. Because like if you want to emphasize the jank of some of those frequencies coming through. Let's first try it though with maybe the randomization. Maybe go down, and then also throw LFO2, I think? Yeah, LFO2 and make it go up. Just try that. Yeah. Beautiful. Although LFO2 is getting retrigged by the keyboard. It actually sounds kind of interesting though. Yeah, I kind of like it. While we're here though, let's go mod wheel. And let's make the mod wheel boost up the gain. Yeah. At the same time though, let's drop the dampening. I think this sounds really freaking awesome. We will also drop the density of friction just to see. Might be too much. I think we need some effects at this point. So let's go over to the sends this time around. With the delay, I think that tape echo again. I really like that tape echo. Increase the intensity, make it ping pong as well. Let's pump up the send. Ooh, man, this is dreamy. And then with the reverb, yeah, instead of a shimmer, I'll definitely make it a long decay. I don't want the full reverb. I want to keep some of that tape echo distinct. Ooh, you know what I haven't messed with is the partials. Yeah, interesting. Maybe with the macros, we could bring in some partial animation to it. So function 1 is set up to do a half note to do this kind of peak. Maybe what we could do is have this drop down. Maybe even more. All the way. So side chaining macro 1 and bringing it up to 1% or 1.0 makes it so when macro 1 is all the way down, that effect is not happening. But then when we turn up macro 1, it's now officially animating. I like it. We'll call it animation. I think we'll make second macro called, we'll call it brightness. And second macro will adjust the filter mix. So it's going towards filter 2. A little brighter. I think we'll make it go all the way. Okay, we got 2 more macros. Maybe we'll mess with this warp a little bit. We'll call it warp. We'll bring it up. All right, we got 1 more macro. Oh, you know what we should do? Amplitude envelope. We should make the attack shorten up. So we'll call it attack. The attack of amplitude envelope drop. So it's basically a quick attack when that's up. I think I'll make the release faster as well with this macro. There's this dual duty here. And then back to pad. Cool patch. I like it. So now with the attack modulation, you can kind of adjust how long this pad is. And then even make it a lead. Patch it done. Planetary alignment. Ambient, for sure. It's airy, atmospheric. It's a bit on the bright side. It's complex. It's kind of mellow. Soundscape. Yeah, synth hybrid. That works. Cool. Oh, let me set up the macro. Well, I'm going to wrap up the video here. Thank you very much for going on the journey with me of making some patches with Pigment 6. Pigments is amazing. Arturia has never reached out to me, so I've done a lot of videos on their products before, from Polybrew to Microfreak to Minifreak and all that stuff. I'm a big fan of Arturia, but they've never once contacted me ever. Just want to throw that out there that I'm basically a fan of Arturia products, and I make a video like this just because I really like this synthesizer. But on that note, I do have affiliate links below, and if you do decide to purchase anything from those affiliate links, it directly supports the channel beyond a like and subscribe, which allows me to buy new things for this YouTube channel. But thank you so much for hanging out. I'll see you next time for another one. Peace.